Humblebees! Hi guys! Hi everybody! Just giving it a few more minutes to see, well, not a few more minutes, I'll probably not be patient enough for that, but just making sure that everybody is able to see it and that I have the chat up so that I can see anything that you guys might want to ask. So, hi Humblebees! Welcome back to Tulips and Honey. I'm your host Lauren. Let me know, it looks like there's a little bit of a lag. Hopefully you guys can see me. I don't know if you can or not because on my little screen thingy here, No, it's good. Okay, cool. And let me know if you guys can hear me too. I always want to make sure that the sound is okay. Hopefully everything is good. Hopefully the sound is okay. Anyways, so welcome back to the Mega List. This is a Mega List. This is just basically where we come at you. We're live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and just talking about like whatever we have recommendations for, shout outs, any kind of questions that have been sent in. That's what I address on Fridays here. Obviously, everybody, oh good, people can hear me. Yay, hi Ricky. Hi guys. I love the fact that I can see your little comments in the corners. I wish I could make it just a little bit bigger so that I could see it better, but at least I can see it pretty well. So, okay, great. I'm glad that people are able to hear me. Hopefully it's working well on YouTube and Twitter and also Facebook because I can see it working well on Facebook, but I'm not sure about the other options. But anyways, okay, so now we're ready for our Mega List. Today is the 24th, which means that April is like almost over. This is the last Friday of April. And does it just feel like this month took forever? I know I'm seeing those memes a lot, but legitimately, it seems like this month took forever to actually end. But it is almost over now, and I'm really excited. On the 27th, that's this Monday, I get to interview Allie Beth Stuckey about her upcoming book, which I've gotten to read. I cannot recommend this book enough. I can't wait to talk to her about this. Make sure that you guys are sending me in any questions that you may want me to ask her. I don't have just a whole lot of time with her. I'm just getting a short little block of time with her, but I definitely want to get to any of your questions if y'all have any. So yeah, that's coming on Monday. I'm really excited to get to chat with her. But anyways, let's get started with our Mega List. Off until next Monday so that we could kind of sync up when we're both going to be posting that discussion. I'm excited about that discussion, but I'm also a little nervous because it gets slightly into a little bit of politics. So hopefully it won't be too much anger and hate mail, but you guys are wonderful. So hopefully, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to forward all of that to the puppy dog anyways. So Clementine, who is not in here, I got to tell you guys, while I wait for everybody to log in, let me know if any of your dogs do this, because I'm not sure if this is weird or not, but I accidentally taught Clementine how to shut doors, right? So Clementine, if you don't know, we call her the producer. She's my nearly 2-year-old golden doodle, and one day she sort of nudged the door, and jokingly I was like, oh, good girl, good job. So she nudged the door shut, and I, oh, good girl, you shut the door. Accidentally teaching my dog how to shut doors. She already knew how to open them, and so now she knows how to shut them. But she constantly is locking herself in different rooms. So is that normal? Has anybody else had their dogs do that? Because I have no idea where she is in this house right now. She could be in any number of rooms because she just goes from room to room shutting doors and locking herself in there until we find her. And then she's mad that she's been locked in a bedroom. So I don't really know how to fix that, but it's really cute. And so I don't know where the producer is right now, but I'm sure she'll get to the hate mail whenever it comes in. But today I want to discuss, before we get started with anything else, I really wanted to let you all know something really cool that we're doing in the group right now is we are going through one of Ligonier Connect's classes, their church history class. It has been really neat. I was hoping that it would be more interactive than it is. There's not like a large amount of interacting one-on-one like with one another. I was hoping that it would be more like an actual classroom feel. I took online college courses several years ago, and there was this same similar like disconnect where for whatever reason you can't communicate one with another, but you can. It's just not the easiest way to set it up, but the educational value I think is still there, and we're really, really enjoying it. I'm on lesson 3. You can kind of move along at your own pace. So if you haven't gotten to join us doing that, we're going through church history on Ligonier, and so I will make sure to put a link to that after this is all over. I'll go through and add all the links to everything. But what is going to be dropping on Monday, because I did totally forget to mention, since we're not going to be doing the other episode, what episode we are going to be dropping, what you're going to get to see at the end of this live feed is a sneak peek of my interview with Jennifer Pepling, she works for the company that does the Wretched Radio program. So they put on that show. And also she works with CCN, and I kept on accidentally saying CNN and having to correct myself, but CCN, and she is such a sweetheart. They go to college campuses and they share the gospel with people on the college campuses. But she also works with the company that puts on Wretched Radio. So originally she'd come on to talk to me about the What Time Is Purple track. And I've got one here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where I put it. But she came on originally to talk to me about that. And I was really excited because they were doing this big giveaway. And then the pandemic hit and they had to pause the pandemic. So we talk a little bit about that, but mostly we talk about her work on the college campuses. I think it's going to be really edifying just to hear what they have to go through, what do they do, what are they actually saying on the college campuses, and what is she seeing, what kind of difference she's seeing in there. And so hopefully that'll be helpful. That's going to come out on Monday, but like I mentioned, if you wait until the end of this live stream, you will get to see a sneak peek of that episode, so make sure that you stick through all the way to the end. I can see your comments, so if at any point you have questions while we're doing this live feed, please feel free to ask the questions. If I don't know, I'm sure one of my amazing, wonderful Humblebees will know and will be able to answer any questions that I don't get, or correct me if I get them wrong, because my Humblebees are wonderful. So what is coming up? Guys, I am super excited to tell you that I've heard back from Costi Hinn, and I'm going to be able to schedule an interview with him. I'm really super psyched about that. There's another exciting thing coming up that I can't actually mention just yet until it's solidified for sure. But so that'll probably be next Friday's big news, big announcement. But I am going to be able to interview Costi Hinn about his book. I've been trying to get the chance, but he's been on paternity leave, so I haven't gotten to interview him, and I'm finally going to get to him. Really, really excited, and hopefully there'll be pictures of the super cute babies. I can't take it. I love the babies. Okay, so one big thing that I wanted to mention before I tell you all the cool stuff that you guys sent in is that as soon as I started that sentence, it left. Sorry. Okay. Let's just go to the next thing and maybe it'll pop back up in my head. But just so you guys remember, there is going to be a really exciting women's conference coming up in July. Just Brooks. She's Brooks Bartz. But on Facebook or Instagram, it's just Brooks. Just Brooks Bartz, actually, I think is what it is. And she is going to be putting on a really exciting women's conference. There's already been several speakers that she's gotten lined up. Several people have signed up for to do the breakaway classes. And so there's going to be lots of really exciting things for us to do during this online conference during this week coming up in July. So guys, keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled for that. We're going to be releasing more information as soon as I have it. I'll let you know as soon as I'm able. I'm just really, really excited. And guys, please be praying for her. She's got rheumatoid arthritis, if you remember from the time that we interviewed her, and she's just got such a heart for the body of Christ. So please be praying for her and for this whole conference to come together. Already, I believe Michelle Leslie has signed up and Susan Hick has signed up to be speakers. So it's going to be a great lineup. I'm really excited about this. Okay, so the next thing I want to mention, the worst part about being live is that I can't edit this out and put it in a fun blooper reel at the end. But you're just getting bloopers throughout. So hopefully that's enjoyable. I don't know. But okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is something really wonderful. You all have heard me mention that Laura, Patrick's wife, so Patrick, the host of Cave to the Cross Apologetics, that wonderful podcast that you guys know. I just absolutely adore that podcast, him and Tony. They do such a great job. And Laura, his wife, has been sewing these beautiful face masks because their hospitals are so low on masks in her town. And so somebody asked what's wrong with pineapple on pizza. Guys, is it too soon for me to just declare myself winner of that? Right? I mean, just by default, don't I win? And everybody just has to accept the fact that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. I feel like as soon as Phil Johnson said that John MacArthur would not eat pineapple on his pizza, that the argument should have been over. But obviously, some people still need prayer. So just be praying for the people that we know that are still eating pineapples on their pizza. Guys, the fall affects all of us, Hashtag Team Lauren. That's right, Ricky. Yes. this is pineapple on pizza is a part of the fall, and these people, they need our prayers. So let's be praying for those poor people that need better taste buds. But getting back to those wonderful face masks, Laura has said that she is able to make face masks for anybody that need it, if you need them, free of charge. Just make sure that you like and subscribe, follow Cave to the Cross Apologetics, and send her a message so that she can get started on those face masks. So not her, you don't have to message her specifically, but send a message over to the Cave to the Cross guys, and they'll get it back to her. So if you are in desperate need of a face mask, can't get a hold of it, she's sewing them. They're not just beautiful, but I've actually heard that they're way more comfortable than the actual medical masks. So if you need one, head over to Cave to Cross Apologetics. They have a Facebook group. I'll make sure to link to that after this is all done, so that you guys can get a hold of her if you are needing face masks. So the next thing that I'm gonna have to take a drink. I don't know if you guys heard this right before I started the program today. I totally knocked over my drink. Like, I was just fixing things and getting things all set up, and I smacked my drink right off the table, and it was while the music was playing. And I don't really know if you guys can hear anything happening while the music is playing or not, but I still have a little bit of the drink left, so sorry about that. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the recommendations, shout outs, and suggestions. So Emily from the Aquila and Priscilla Hour had a wonderful suggestion for us this weekend. She suggested that we be praying for our pastors. I think this is a wonderful, wonderful suggestion, because our pastors are going to church every Sunday to an empty building, and that and basically, you know, talking into whether it's, you know, cars in the parking lot, or they're talking into a screen. And I can't believe we're here in this place, that this is happening. And I can't imagine how difficult that must be, how discouraging it must be. So definitely be praying for your pastors. Reach out to them if you have that ability to just, you know, let them know that you're there, that you're praying for them. And speaking of prayer, I want to thank everybody that prayed and is praying for my husband's uncle. He is doing very not well right now. They did have to put him back on a vent. He does have the coronavirus, and his wife also has the coronavirus. So my husband's aunt and uncle both have it. Only his uncle is doing poorly. He's been in the hospital for a while now, and I really appreciate all of your prayers. It was so overwhelming, the kind response that I got whenever I asked for prayers for him. Also, several people mentioned to me, family, friends, or people that they know that are either infected by this virus or are dealing with some sort of issue because of the pandemic. And so if you guys head over to our group on Facebook, Tulips and Honey Hub on Facebook, you will see that list of people that might need prayer. If you do need prayer for anything whatsoever, reach out. We love to pray for people in that group. Everybody is so loving. They're so kind. We love to get out our prayer lists and just really bring one another to the throne of God. So if you have prayer requests that you want to mention, if you want to keep it private, you can just message me privately, and I'll be praying for you. You can drop it in the comment section right now if you know somebody that is dealing with this virus or anything else. In fact, one person reached out to me for some suggestions for my husband's uncle, because he has so many different medical issues like diabetes and whatnot that he can't be treated with the regular medication that they're giving everybody else. And so somebody actually reached out to me with suggestions because they have cancer, and so they also can't be treated with those things. And so that was a private message where somebody sent me that information, and now I'm able to pray for that person. So if you guys do need prayer and you don't want it to be public, you can message me, and I will make sure to be praying for you each day. It's such a joy and an honor to get to pray with you guys and for you. So thank you for everybody that's praying for him and praying for all the other people that mentioned different names on that list. So hopefully this will be over soon, or at least better soon. I am such I am not an extrovert. I like to be home. I do not like to be in crowds. I don't like to be around people, but even I'm starting to feel a little antsy. Like, I want to go to the store without wearing a mask. It would be really nice to go without putting on gloves and a mask, just saying. So hopefully this will be over soonish at some point. Anyways, let us know if you need prayer in the comments below, or you can message me, or you can email me. Luke had a recommendation. I absolutely love this recommendation. Whenever I'm done with all of this, I'll make sure to link to this below in the comments. Luke's recommendation was that you check out the 4-part series that Vodi Bakum did on marriage. He said that him and his girlfriend actually were watching this, and I'm just so blessed by that you see this couple, these unmarried people who are obviously interested in one another. And what are they doing? They are preparing for marriage. And I would suggest this for anybody that's courting. If you are involved or you are not involved, whatever it is, if you're single and you want to not be single, just be preparing for marriage. This is a great starting point. Like Vodi Bakum's advice for marriage and family is just bar none. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to make sure to link to that below. That is a great suggestion. Thank you, Luke, for that. And you guys can still hear me right? Everybody, we're still doing okay with audio? Because if we get through this whole thing without a single slip up, I mean, I did knock my drink over and I made a huge mess. But if we get through this without any kind of technological issues, then I'll really be pinching myself to see what's going on. Maybe it's not working on Twitter. I don't know. Something's got to be wrong, right? Technology doesn't like me. But moving on. I'm going to make sure also, I forgot to mention this, I'm going to make sure to link to our Ligonier Connect class that we're all doing together. It's going to be linked below if you want to join us. There's still some spots left if you want to join us, if you have extra time for that. All of the Ligonier Connect classes, their group classes or their private classes, are free right now. So I would definitely recommend that you take advantage of that while it's free. What a absolute blessing that is, that we have that ability that we can watch that and check that out. So I'll make sure to link that below if you want to learn with us. One more thing that I wanted to mention, and actually Troy, you guys have seen, I've been posting Troy Paylor from Christ Marks, his write-ups that he's been doing, because he's taking a break from social media, but his write-ups are just such a blessing. So I've been really excited to get the chance to share that with you guys. He's sending me these, and he also sent me this really cool picture of a Jonathan Edwards statue that he got, and it comes from Missionware, and they have all of these statues. They have like Spurgeon and Calvin and Knox. I mean, they have all of them. When he sent me this, and I was just like so thrilled. Obviously, I had to send the link over to my husband as a hint for, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm just saying that would be a really cool Mother's Day gift. But I wanted to mention that. I'm going to link it below so you guys can check these out. They are really, really cool. They're not small either. I think they're like yay big. And I was looking, when my birthday was coming around, I was looking for a bobblehead. I really, really want a Spurgeon bobblehead, but I can't find them anywhere. So if you guys know somebody who sells those, please drop a link or let me know in the comments below, because I think that would be really, really cool. I've seen them on people's desks. Somebody must make them. I just don't know how to find them. So hopefully we can find those. Kristen mentioned in the group as a recommendation, she's such a sweetheart, for the sweaters that we have in the shop, the new sweaters. She said they're really, really soft, and I was excited to hear that because I actually haven't ordered a sweater. I've got like a million of the shirts and stuff, and I ordered a hat that just doesn't, I'm not a hat, I don't have a face for a hat, but I love hats, and it's a shame. But I do have one, and it's really, really cool. But I haven't gotten to order a sweater yet. Apparently, they're very, very soft, which is cool. So, and thank you, Kristen. Thank you for supporting the program, and for also mentioning that. That just made me so happy to see that, like, it's good quality. Since I haven't actually ordered it myself, I never know until I order them, and so that was exciting to hear. Last thing that I want to mention before I go into the modern or not modern is a question that Tammy sent in, and this is such a great question. I absolutely love this question. So the question is actually, what do people mean when they say they are sending positive thoughts? And I don't know if you guys have heard this, but like when there's a tragedy, people are like sending thoughts and prayers, and this drives my husband crazy. Like it drives him nuts. He cannot stand the thoughts and prayers thing that people do. And so I thought this was really funny when she sent this in, because it immediately reminded me, every time he hears that, he just like dives into a rant of how like much nonsense it is that you're sending people your thoughts. But so I thought this was really funny. What does it mean when people say your thoughts or your positive thinking, or what they're sending you these things? And the only reason why I'm able to actually like answer this question with any kind of authority is because I used to believe this, and I know there's other groups of people that believe this in a slightly different way. Like, so there's the New Agers, and they would say, your positive thoughts are going into the universe and they're going to return to you, and so there's like the Zen thing, or you're just calming other people down with your calm thoughts. But for the word of faith type churches that I spent so much time in, the idea of your positive thoughts, sending positive thoughts, would be about like the power of your mind, that you have this ability to like draw positivity to you or draw negativity to you through your thoughts. Joyce Meyer is really big into that. Joel Osteen talks a lot about that. And so that's sort of the idea, that you have like some sort of ability that your thoughts go somewhere and cause some sort of things to happen. And so I thought that was really great, because it actually is perfect for today's modern or not modern, which is just really, really neat that she would send this question in, and then this would be our modern or not modern. So let's just dive right into that. If you guys don't know what our modern or not modern game is, this is our new game that we're playing right now, where I display an idea. I'm just summing up a theological idea, whether it's heretical or not, and you have to tell me whether or not you think this is a modern idea or not such a modern idea. And the first two were really easy, but this last one, which I actually have a picture of, let me see if I can get over here to this photo for you. This is the latest one that we talked about. Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, remained a virgin all her life. Now, unfortunately, there were a lot of people who saw this that didn't realize that we're playing a game, and that I'm not saying that this is true, but that I'm asking whether this is modern or not modern. And so there's a few people that were actually not very happy about this particular one. So I just want to make sure that I specify that I'm not saying that this is true. I'm asking if this theological idea is modern or not modern. And this kind of was a fun trick, because for the first time since we've been playing this game, I kind of tripped a few people up. The Roman Catholic Church didn't accept this until modern times, but it actually is an ancient idea, which I thought was really cool, that you guys, would be able to like learn alongside me about this one, because I didn't know whenever I picked this one that it was something that was actually way, way earlier, something that people believed. I think like the earliest indication is that it was taught in like the 6th century, and so I thought that was really, really cool. I didn't know. I picked this assuming that this was going to be a modern one, but obviously I have to dig really deep to make sure that I'm giving you guys correct answers. And so when I started researching this a little bit more, I found out that it actually is not modern. It really is an ancient heresy that that Mary remained a virgin all her life. Obviously she didn't. We know that Jesus had brothers and sisters. So that was Wednesday's modern or not modern. You guys all did such a great job. I'm so thrilled. If you don't know, if you guessed it correctly, you get entered into the main prize drawing for a Amazon gift card. If you guessed at all, you get entered into the second prize drawing for a free shirt or coffee mug from our shop. So either way, whether you got it right or wrong, you are still going to be entered. Here is the new one. I wish I had a drum roll sound for you guys at this point, but you'll just have to imagine it in your mind. Here is today's, which you can see obviously works perfect with Tammy's question. I even had to make it like a pukey green color because it's such a gross idea. Your thoughts and words have power over stuff. Is that modern or not? And when I say, is this a modern theological idea, I am specifying just into the Christian church history. So groups that would consider themselves Christian throughout church history. Is this modern, meaning the early modern era starting from the 1500s going all the way up? Or is this an ancient heresy? Without Googling, you got to guess. This is guesswork here, folks. You can Google afterwards, but I want to see what you guys think about that. What do you think? Is it modern? Is it not modern? I'm going to post that image that you just saw. I'm going to make sure that I post it in our group and on the Tulips and Honey Hub page. If you're not following that already, follow that on Facebook and you'll get an extra entry. Make sure that you're answering on all the different places so that you can get, each time you enter, regardless if you're entering on Instagram or Facebook, or in the Facebook group, you're still getting those extra entries. And if you tag people, you can't tag people in the group because it's a private group, but you can tag people on Instagram, or you can tag people over on the Facebook page, and that'll get you an extra entry as well into the prize drawing, which we'll be doing next month. So I'm gonna make sure that the longer I wait, the bigger that Amazon gift card is. So that's why I've been waiting a couple of months and sort of drawing these out a little bit so that we can do a bigger Amazon gift card, which is just, it's a little bit more fun, especially right now when everybody needs to buy toilet paper. And so you need a gift card for toilet paper. So hopefully that makes sense. That's all I have. I hope that I didn't miss anything. If I forgot anything, if you guys gave me any shout outs that I missed, I'm so sorry. But on Monday, we're going to have the next episode. It's going to be all about college campus ministry, so make sure that you check that out with Jennifer Pepling. Don't forget to go over to Cave to the Cross Apologetics to give them a like and subscribe. Let them know if you need a mask. Patrick's wonderful wife is offering to hand sew masks for anybody that needs them. Guys, her hand sewn masks are so pretty. I don't know if this is going to become like something that we have to consistently use. You know, like if this comes back, if it just keeps on happening, you might need a mask. So I would recommend, even if you don't get one free from Laura, I would recommend a fabric one just because they're washable and they're definitely way more comfortable. I have the T95, whatever it is, mask. It's like you can't breathe in it. It's suffocating. It's absolutely unbreathable. But I also have some of the lighter ones. They feel like paper, but you still are suffocating in them. They're really, really uncomfortable too. Like my husband, obviously right now while he works in the hospital, he has to wear this all day at the hospital. He doesn't get to take it off. And he said they're all having like issues with their skin around where the fabric is. And behind his little ears is so rubbed raw. I have had to put like lotion and stuff there because it's like those masks are just so uncomfortable. So thank you, Laura, for that. Thank you for offering that. And guys, if you guys could just be praying for our hospital workers. I know I join you guys in that prayer. Again, let us know if you have anything that you want to pray for. Join our group so that we can join up together and praying for one another and encouraging one another. And that's it. God bless you guys. Here comes the sneak peek. I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye, Humblebees.
The neat thing was that was my aunt, and before I became a Christian, before I had read that book, she had saw them on TV and had prayed 2 weeks earlier before I got saved that somebody would come and teach her how to do that. Well, meanwhile, so
wow.
God saved me and then taught her how to do it. And she goes out onto the campus every week with me now, every Tuesday to share the gospel.
Oh,
yeah.
How cool is that? Oh, my goodness. So God already had that providentially planned. Oh, wow. So now you guys is it just the two of you that get to go to the campus? So, and how did y'all end up deciding to go to the campus? Was that just the closest thing? Because I know Ray does that. And it seems to be pretty successful because the kids on college campus, they're already opening their minds to learning. So they might as well listen.
They are. You know what? Actually, the interesting thing is, as I had gone to years ago, Wretched had gospel and the creation in the gospel. And I had gone to that, and I was thinking, you know what? I was going to the Steeler games to go witnessing all the time. I was going to Pirate games, and I was like, I need somewhere where I can go all year round, every week. And I thought, wow. I was like, hey, let's go. We grew. Me and my husband lived in an area called Squirrel Hill. And it's a major Jewish area, which is sort of cool. And so we were there on a Saturday, and so they were all out. You know what I mean? Like, it's a massive community. So I ended up talking to several of them about the craziest thing, creation. They were like, you know what I mean? And I sat there with a rabbi and talked to him for like an hour. He's like, I think you know more than I do. I'm going to have to look into this. It was so cool.
Wow.
Right? It was so, it was amazing. And then